In this video, we will discuss 7 characteristics commonly associated with individuals who possess a dark empath personality. This particular personality type is often considered to be the most dangerous, as it can involve a combination of both empathetic and manipulative traits. Most of us are familiar with the two distinct personality types that appear to be in direct contrast with each other. On one hand, there are those who are caring and empathetic, while on the other hand, there are those who engage in toxic manipulation. Individuals who possess a dark empath personality tend to experience a heightened sensitivity to the emotions of others and may be easily overwhelmed in situations that involve intense intimacy, criticism, or stimulation. In contrast to the empathetic archetype, those who exhibit toxic behaviors may possess a combination of traits known as the dark triad. This triad consists of narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy. These traits are often associated with manipulative and exploitative behavior, and can have negative impacts on both the individual and those around them. While these two types of individuals may appear to be complete opposites, it may come as a surprise to learn that there are those who fall into both categories. These individuals are known as dark empaths. Research indicates that as much as 1/5 of the general population may be classified as dark empaths. However, further investigation is required to verify these startling statistics. Individuals who possess the characteristics of a dark empath often display an extreme sense of self-importance, utilizing exploitative and manipulative tactics to control those around them. They may come across as cynical and cold-hearted, lacking empathy and understanding for others. While these traits may seem contradictory, they can coexist in certain individuals, resulting in a unique and potentially dangerous personality type. As researchers continue to explore the characteristics and behaviors associated with dark empaths, it is crucial that we gain a greater understanding of this personality type in order to recognize and address their negative impacts on society. One of the most intriguing aspects of a dark empath is their ability to display kindness, compassion, and emotional intelligence, yet they are often perceived as cold and distant. This may be due to the emergence of traits commonly associated with the dark triad. If you are curious to learn more about dark empaths, here are 7 key traits that are commonly associated with this particular personality type. By recognizing and understanding these characteristics, you may be able to identify individuals in your life who exhibit dark empath traits. Number 1. Open behavior. The first trait associated with dark empaths is open behavior. These individuals tend to exhibit extroverted and active behaviors that are characteristic of high openness. Typically, they possess exceptional social skills and are able to articulate their views and express their inner thoughts with ease, while maintaining a flexible and open-minded outlook. It is worth noting that dark empaths are not easily influenced or coerced. In fact, the opposite is usually the case. They tend to be assertive and self-assured individuals who are unafraid to stand their ground. A distinguishing factor between an empath and a dark empath is that the latter experiences heightened cognitive empathy, which enables them to exploit vulnerability rather than promote connection. In essence, dark empaths are inclined to take advantage of individuals whenever possible, as it is relatively easy for them to comprehend and manipulate others' emotional states. It is important to note, however, that this is a characteristic shared by many, and not all extroverts are dark empaths. It is thus not advisable to immediately regard sociable friends with suspicion based on this trait alone. To be categorized as a dark empath, a person typically needs to display 3 or 4 of these traits. Number 2, narcissistic and neurotic tendencies. The second trait associated with dark empaths is the presence of narcissistic and neurotic tendencies. Some individuals who exhibit dark empath behaviors are overtly narcissistic, while others may conceal their self-centeredness. In either case, this personality trait renders them highly susceptible to their own egoistic nature. A clear indication of narcissistic behavior is when individuals take things too personally, and criticism or negativity directed towards them can often result in hurt feelings. Furthermore, they may be prone to being highly sensitive to rejection. It is important to note that this is not an exclusive trait of all dark empaths, but it is one that is commonly found among them. For the dark empath, the word no can carry significant weight, as it has the power to wound deeply. To these individuals, pride is a critical component of their survival, and they may shield it with a veil of ignorance or a superiority complex. Although they are not typically prone to physical violence, they may engage in passive aggression with ease. Additionally, people who exhibit dark empath traits tend to have neurotic tendencies and may experience emotional states such as anxiety, depression, or phobias. These emotional ups and downs often result from unresolved emotional pain or trauma. It is essential to understand that not all dark empaths exhibit these particular traits, but when they do, the consequences can be far-reaching. Number 3. They tend to be talented. The third trait associated with dark empath individuals is their often remarkable and unexplainable natural talents. It is important to note that not everything about this personality type is negative. Dark empaths are typically highly dedicated individuals who possess the ability to make quick decisions and rarely abandon their goals. As a result, they may excel in various areas, and their unique skill set and talents may be evident. Moreover, their exceptional understanding of human nature and ability to connect with others can make them phenomenal leaders. Despite their negative traits, it is this mix of qualities that often leads to their success and respect from others. Number 4. They like to have power. The fourth trait commonly associated with dark empaths is their desire for power. While many people may enjoy the idea of wielding power, the hunger for it is a significant characteristic of the traditional dark triad personality type. However, what sets dark empaths apart from the classic dark triad is their preference for participatory leadership. They have a deep-seated aversion to following others but do not always want to be the ones in charge either. This approach to leadership often involves a collaborative effort, and they thrive in situations where they can work with others to achieve a common goal. It is important to note that not all dark empaths exhibit this trait, but for those who do, it can be a powerful motivator in their personal and professional lives. Dark empaths are individuals who are not afraid to let others know who is in charge. However, while they may assert their authority, they are not always enthusiastic about taking on all the responsibilities that come with being the boss. Despite this, they have a unique ability to bring out the best in others. They are often skilled at motivating and inspiring those around them, and they excel as leaders when the situation suits them. Their participatory leadership style can result in a team that works together, actively participates, and achieves shared goals. When the dark empath takes on the role of a leader, they tend to be successful in motivating their team to work hard and achieve their objectives. It is essential to note that not all dark empaths possess this trait, but for those who do, it is an asset that can benefit their personal and professional lives. Number 5. Emotionally manipulative. The fifth trait commonly associated with dark empaths is their propensity for emotional manipulation. This trait is what makes them particularly dangerous, although they typically do not resort to physical harm. Their exceptional skills in this area can leave deep emotional scars on those around them. For dark empaths, empathy is a tool that helps them understand others so that they can manipulate situations to their advantage. While every dark empath may use their tools differently and to varying degrees, they all tend to be skilled at persuasion, particularly when they have a personal goal in mind. It is crucial to note that not all individuals with this personality type are destined to cause emotional harm to others, but they do possess a remarkable ability to do so if they choose to use it. It is essential to recognize this trait and be aware of it when dealing with a dark empath to avoid being manipulated emotionally. Number 6. Good at guilt-tripping people. The sixth trait commonly observed in dark empaths is their proficiency in guilt-tripping others. Guilt-tripping is a form of emotional manipulation, and dark empaths are well known for their ability to employ this tactic effectively. While individuals with dark triad personality traits often lack empathy and struggle to understand emotions, dark empaths are skilled at interpreting others' emotions, especially those related to shame and obligation. This ability helps them to fuel the guilt trip. For dark empaths, empathy is nothing but a tool to get others to do what they want, and they rarely use their empathetic nature to show love or affection, which is typically associated with empaths. It is important to recognize this trait when dealing with a dark empath to avoid falling victim to their manipulative tactics. Number 7. They relish in malicious humor. Dark empaths' superiority complex is fueled by a desire to feel better than others, and when their sense of superiority is threatened, they often respond with an even more intense display of their superiority. One way they might do this is through their use of malicious humor, particularly jokes that highlight others' weaknesses and insecurities. These jokes can be a way for dark empaths to feel even more superior and powerful, especially when they're directed at someone they see as beneath them. Unfortunately, these judgments are often based on prejudices, making the impact of their humor even more damaging. For dark empaths, the enjoyment of malicious humor serves as a way to fuel their superiority complex. If someone else is suffering, they may exploit it through hurtful jokes and put-downs to boost their own sense of power. Freud once described this type of humor as tendentious, the worst possible, and fundamentally destructive. Though the concept of a dark empath may seem new or contradictory, these individuals have been around for a long time and can be found in literature and film. In fact, they have even been celebrated in some instances. Individuals with the dark empath personality type often embody the archetype of the enigmatic and malevolent character who eventually reveals a softer side. This archetype is evident in popular culture, such as the high school delinquent with a heart of gold, the vampire who doesn't feed on humans, or the thief who steals for a noble cause. Whether one perceives the dark empath as benevolent or malevolent is subjective, but there's no denying the impact of their potent personality, which can both create and destroy with ease. Have you encountered a dark empath in your life? Feel free to share your experience in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you like the content and want to see more videos like this, and as always, never stop the grind.